Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to do a quick review on this BeCraftee extra long crochet hook set. So let's get started. For starters, I think the packaging could be better. And the only reason why I say this is that because if you are buying a hook set like this, chances are you are a beginner. I think having a case to hold all of these would be kind of nice. So these are two hooks that I've already worked with and I really enjoyed working with. This one came with a blocking board I bought off of Amazon and I really thought it was a good thing, right? Because the price was good for the blocking board and I got an extra hook. I ended up actually liking the metal part, though if you can see here compared to this one, this is smooth and shiny. This is not. I find no difference working with acrylic yarn. The only thing that I did notice a drag in was working with the cotton ripple yarn, but I think it could be the ripply part of the yarn that could be giving me the actual drag. So I won't dodge anything for this hook because, well, it's probably the yarn. And this is a 2.5 millimeter hook that I got with a bouquet that I bought off of Amazon. And I really enjoyed working with this. But the one thing that I really hated was working in the small. So I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, this is the yarn that came with it. It looks to be, it doesn't say, it's Amazon. It's not going to tell you what kind of yarn it has. But it looks to me like it's a milk cotton yarn or a milk acrylic yarn blend, something like that. Because that's what they mostly sell on Amazon, I've noticed. And right off the bat, just by looking at this hook, it is on the shorter side. And like I said, this is a 2.5. This is a 2.25 and a 2.75. So it would fit right in the middle. And you can see the handle is small, the overall size of the hook is small, and the metal portion is very small. Looking back at working with this yarn and actually making the bouquet, I think that's probably why my hands were hurting because this hook was too small. I was a little bit more confident in ordering this hook set because I had already tried these and the price was unbeatable. Not only the price was unbeatable, but the actual reviews. This hook set has under 15,000 positive reviews. And I think the total of stars was something like 4.7 stars on Amazon. So all these people can't be wrong. And a lot of them had pictures. So I went ahead and just tried it. So I have a few yarns here. I'm going to start with a 5.5 hook. And I have a few yarns here that I would love to try. I'm going to change the hook size according to the yarn, but as you see here, this has some metal flex on it. This is the regular good old Hobby Lobby Michaels yarn. This is a thin DK weight acrylic yarn, so I want to give it a try too. I don't know what this is, but I really want to say it's a milk blend. If you see it here, it's so soft. It's really good. I don't know what it is, but I know I like it. And I'm going to try this one right here. This is 100% acrylic. I'm also going to give it a go since this is a different texture and I want to see if these hooks have any drag. So I'm going to start with our good old number 5. And let me find. So right off the bat, these are silicone. It just feels like silicone. I've got no. It's just silicone. It doesn't feel bad. Doesn't feel slimy. It doesn't feel like it drags. It feels good. It feels new. And it's exactly like my other hooks. The grip at the bare minimum. It is longer. Let me see. Let me get my standard, like the one I always use, hook. They are the same size. And you guys have seen this hook before. I work with it in almost all my tutorials that require a 5.5 hook. So this is approved. I like it. Oh, same size. Let's give this a try. This is on the shiny side. You can see how this one, the blue one in the middle, is opaque and the two on the side are shiny. If I were to put them in order of shininess, it would be this one. This one being the smoothest and shiniest, and this one, and at the very end, this one. So I have high hopes for this hook. Okay, it's gliding. So now that I've crocheted a few rows, I gotta say, I don't see any difference. I didn't notice any drag. I would compare it to the one that I always use. And the only difference is that this one does seem more comfortable. Yeah, definitely I'm really favoring the ergonomic hook. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears. This is a small DK number 3 yarn. So I have used, let's see what I've used with that one. So for that one, I'm going to use the size number 4. One thing I do have to add is that this blue one here is seamless. This one, not so much. On both of them, you can tell where the silicone mold went over. And I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really affect anything. But if you're going for looks and aesthetics, yeah, maybe these are not the hooks. But like I said, you're getting what you're paying for. So this is a number 4. And this is 100% acrylic. This is the acrylic yarn that I like to use for my clothes, for my sweaters. Ew, this is smooth like butter. These hooks are supposed to be extra long. I don't know where the extra long part is coming from. I don't know if it's the metal part that's supposed to be considered extra long or the overall hook, because the overall hook seems to be like a standard, because this one is also the same size. So I thought this was pretty standard. Now I'm excited to try this yarn with this hook. It's a size in between. The other one is a 2.5 and this is a 2.75. Actually, no. Let's try out the smallest one. Let's go with the smallest one, a 2.25. I'm actually excited to try this hook because I remember I really, really, really hated working my bouquet. Just for comparison, once again, it's almost just as shiny, but this is more opaque. The green one, the new one, is more opaque for sure. The metal portion on this one is longer. This yarn is too splitty. Let me see if I have another one. All right, I switched over because the other one was too splitty, and this one I already worked with this. Actually, this is what's left over, half of it. So I remember it a little bit more how it's supposed to work, and yeah, I remember thinking by the end of my first rows, and I'm like, I can't believe I have so many more to go. I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. I want to get off this ride. But by that point, I had already committed to making it for a present, so I couldn't back out. And the bouquet turned out beautiful. I loved it. I almost decided to keep it, but like I said, I had committed to being a present, so I couldn't. The stakes were high, you guys. The stakes were high. And I have a lot of yarn. This is what's left over, so I could probably make a few more roses out of this. I have a lot more of this same yarn. So the only thing that why I actually put off making more flowers was the fact that my hands hurt. Every single time I would pick up the project, my hands would end up hurting, and it was just not something that I found enjoyable. It glides just like the other one. I think I'll make more because I do have a lot of leftover yarn from that project. But the only reason why I put off working with it was that my hands were hurting. I felt so tense just having to work with a smaller yarn, a smaller hook, and not only the size but the actual hook was reduced. So definitely I will be making more roses with this. So we're going to try out the 6.5 hook, and just looking at it, it does seem opaque. Let's give this yarn a try. This yarn is 100% acrylic, but it does have texture, if you can see here. It does have a bit of a halo, and it's really nice. I like working with it. I've worked with it in the past, and this hook made it really good to work with again today. So it was a pleasant experience overall. Now, to try this big mama. This yarn wasn't too finicky, and I gave it a try with this hook by 5.5 hook. It's an acrylic yarn, and it does have a little bit of like a tinsel wrapped around it. So I do notice that this hook, I don't know if you can see it, it's more opaque overall compared to the other ones. And it seems like the length on the metallic part is shorter. I could be wrong. I'm going to compare it, but I feel like it's shorter. I've worked the sample, and I have to say, I like them. I like this hook. It does, even though it's opaque, it does feel very smooth. I like the smoothness of it. And like I said, the overall feel of the hook, I like it. All right, so after swatching so many of these, oh, I said I was going to compare it. Let me see. Let me get these hooks. Nope, it's the same. It is the same. I don't know why it felt like that. And I don't know why it felt like it was shorter. Maybe because I was just working with this small one. Maybe comparing the yarn thickness to this one and then comparing it to number 5, it just seemed off. And that's what threw me for a loop. But they're all seeming to be the same size. You can see that on one side it's engraved, and then in the other one it's printed on. I really like it. It does have the actual conversion. So it's a 7 UK, and it's a 4.5 US measurement. And it does have a US conversion chart down here, and the hooks actually have them. But it's only on the printed side, not on the engraved side, which I thought was neat, and it's very helpful, especially if you buy a lot of patterns. You can always cut this out and keep it in your bag. Let's see, what's this? Ooh, yeah, this is neat. You cut the plastic. One thing that I do like from this kit is that it comes with sizes that you won't typically find. Like for example, 2.25, 2.75, 3.25, 3.5, 3.75, and then it jumps off to 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 8. So I thought it was neat, especially for the sizes here underneath the 4, because these are hooks that you typically won't use unless you are specializing in using DK clothing, or maybe you are using yarn like this to make amigurumi. So this is very helpful because they are longer, they have a good grip, the silicone feels really good on your hand, and the hook, the metal part, it glides on very well. I really like it. The one thing that I do have to say is that there is no constant when it comes to the metal. If you see here, this is the 6 and this is the 5. I'm trying to make it so that you can see what I'm talking about. The purple one, which is the 5mm hook, the metal portion is more opaque than this one, the 6mm hook. There is a little bit of texture here. And then this is another kind of smooth, shiny. There is just no overall, I guess, consistency, but they all somehow work. And I'm trying to make it so that you can see it here. I don't think you can see it here. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. I tried the 6.5, the 5.5, the 5, the 4, and the 2.5. I think I tried most of them. And I have to say, I don't think I see a difference. I really like it. I like these hooks. And they were fairly inexpensive. I think I paid like $7 for these. They're ergonomic and they're a lot. You do get your bang for your buck. And I think all of those reviews were not for nothing. They were fairly on point. So if you're still looking for a Christmas present for a crocheter, someone that you are hoping to get into the dark side or the crochet side, this is a good starter pack. If you've already purchased everyone else present and you are the last one, this is a good thing to have. If I bought this as a gift, but I decided to open it and give it a try because if this is a crappy gift, I don't want to gift it. I rather just return it, but I like it and I might just keep it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna gift it and I'm gonna order mine. I'm gonna order two more sets, one for me, one for my little crocheter, because I think that we can all use extra hooks in this house, especially in this house. There is just so many times that I've wanted to use one of my hooks and it's just gone. My little one has it over there and I can't dog her for it because they're actually using it, or she's just like me. She'll have a crochet hook for a project and she'll start another project and get another crochet hook. So we're never in short demand for crochet hooks. So yes, I'm definitely buying two more of these, and hopefully it'll keep her off my hook collection. But yeah, anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, thank you for being here, and don't forget to leave it a like. Thank you. Bye.